Hey there, welcome to the Aligned Businesswoman podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Miller, business strategist, mindset coach, and mom who refuses to believe you have to choose between scaling your business and having a life you love. If you've done the vision boards, downloaded the freebies, and still find yourself hustling harder than you want to admit, this show is for you. Each week, I share practical strategies mixed with subconscious rewiring and feminine energetics so you can attract clients, stabilize revenue, and grow your business in a way that actually feels good. Because you deserve consistent income and a life outside your laptop. Let's get into it. Let's talk about how to get more clients and create a sustainable business growth that gives you more time freedom. I bet right now you're making money, but it never feels steady or predictable. And because you don't know where the next client's going to come from, maybe you start to feel unsafe and it starts to stress the heck out of you. And every time you think that you've built that momentum, it feels like you're one client drop off away from starting all over, or some kind of computer crash, or some other kind of act of God. I'm laughing because I can totally resonate with this. I've been in this spot before, and I had to make some changes in the back end of my business. And I'm going to share some of those things with you. Because right now you may be experiencing that your week is wall to wall with calls and client work, servicing your clients and doing all the things, but none of it creates future stability. You may even be trading time for money and it feels like you're running out of time and you're running out of money. Maybe you've pieced together quick fix strategies, but they leave you juggling way too much with no room to breathe. And we talked about this before in previous episodes. When we do that to our bodies, it causes so much stress on our brains that we literally cannot think straight. Maybe your business feels like a house of cards. If you stop holding it up, it's going to collapse. Listen, most of us were taught these things. We were taught that success comes from hustling harder, by proving yourself, by how much you're putting into your work, that it must be blood, sweat, and tears that you go through in order to have success. And when we're in the spiritual space, sometimes as women entrepreneurs, we're told that, and we even think this and we feel this, that having structure and systems are too restrictive, when those are actually what give us life. And maybe you're taught that freedom comes after you've proven yourself with years of grind. So you keep building a business that depends on your constant presence. You always showing up, you always controlling everything, and maybe even it feels like it's so hard to delegate because you don't trust it to run without you. So we get into a distorted masculine energy of controlling and micromanaging and not letting go and not asking for support. But honestly, hustle doesn't create freedom. It's the structure and the systems that you put in place that allow for freedom. I tell my women inside the Profitable CEO Accelerator, or if they're in my Your Six Figure Mini Mind, I tell them that it's the masculine structure and systems that allow for the feminine creativity, flow, and flexibility. Without that structure, then your energy just pours out of you and into everything else that doesn't allow you to build a profitable, sustainable business. Hey, are you thinking about launching a podcast or taking yours to the next level? Juliana Barbati and her team are the experts you need. They take care of everything from episode funnel design to production and marketing, so you can focus on creating content that connects. Check out julianabarbati.com and mention I sent you. Clients come to me burnt out from the masculine structures that a man running a business with hustle and more logic than heart or intuition created. And so they think that that's the only way to run a business. But when you allow your feminine intuition and creativity and the inspiration from your higher consciousness to guide you on how to create that masculine structure for you, it's actually different from what you see out there. It is truly a blend of your zone of genius and a structure that allows you to thrive in your zone of genius without compromising your health, relationships, or even your joy. When you design systems that hold your clients, your income, and your schedule, growth becomes inevitable, sustainable, doable, and manageable. So instead of wondering if success will cost you more time, you actually know exactly how to grow without sacrificing your life or all the other things that I had mentioned. Let's talk about a simple framework for creating growth that doesn't depend on you working more. Number 1, systems for your time. I created the balanced workweek method with busy moms that are juggling multiple roles but have big dreams in mind. The balanced work week is the way to structure your work week so that you're able to do it all, the things that you prioritize, what you value. And when I say do it all, I don't necessarily mean doing every single thing. It's just that, what you prioritize and what you value. It allows you time to think strategically and plan during your CEO day. It also allows you time to rest, tap into higher levels of consciousness, regulate your nervous system, and really calm your mind during the goddess day. And then the doer day is for taking action, implementing all your plans, things you're learning, the strategies that you created so that you can increase your revenue and you can attract those dream clients. So before I have my clients map out their balanced work week, I want to know how they're really spending their time. So they do a weekly audit. The first step when you come into your 6-figure year mini mind is that we do an audit so that we're looking for time, money, and energy leaks. But for the audit for your time, what I'm wanting to look at is how are you spending your time? Doing an honest audit of how you're showing up, where you are directing your energy. So are you spending a lot of time scrolling social media? Are you doing things that drain you when you could be delegating those things? Are you doing tasks that truly generate revenue, or are you just doing busy work? And so then we look at what can be automated, delegated, or eliminated. The next system is a system for your clients. This has been a game changer for me, and I really encourage my clients to do this, which is stop reinventing the wheel. One focus for 1 year is what I recommend that they do until they scale to 6 figures. And here's what I mean. I remember when I first opened my business, I wanted to do this kind of marketing, that kind of marketing, sell this product, sell this service, and be a one-woman show, like a jack of all trades, just because I wanted to service so many people and really wanted to make an impact, and I wanted to be compensated for it. So my energy, my mind was spread thin. I was everywhere. I was doing this, I was doing that on top of the roles I play at home, which is mom, wife, valet, or taxi to the kids and all the things. And so I tell my clients that we're not reinventing the wheel. We are focusing on selling one offer that we can validate over and over again to one ideal client for 1 year. And we're not marketing on multiple platforms until you mastered one and until you mastered my repurposing strategy, which is a game changer. So until they use that and follow that for 1 year, and they hit 6 figures, then they can branch out little by little. But as long as their energy and their focus is spread thin, then they're not able to reach that 6 figures. They're not able to really grow and scale their businesses because, again, everything is flowing to multiple things instead of being held in a container so that it can accumulate. Third, I teach about having a system for money. This is not necessarily part of the balanced work week, but part of my schedule is to have a CEO Money Friday. When you understand where your money's coming from and where it's going, then you can make better decisions. And so the system for money that I teach my clients is that, one, we need to make sure that we validated an offer that is bringing you a lot of clients, is bringing you a lot of cash. You have a validated marketing message. So more and more people are coming through. Plus, you have that social proof that sells for you as you are using it for content, whether that's on social media content, SEO content, or email. After we have that validated offer, we look at how can we break that into another offer so that we're not recreating the wheel. Remember what I said, that we're not reinventing the wheel. We are leveraging our work from the past months and years to create another offer that will help us build monthly recurring revenue. We pair that monthly recurring revenue with the first offer they validated and they used to reach their first 6 figures. A lot of times that offer is higher priced, so that allows them for cash injections every single month. Plus they have that recurring revenue. It's not until they have those 2 things in place that we look for more passive income opportunities. Even this small shift, putting one system in place at a time, removes pressure from you and creates stability you can count on. A lot of times people think that this didn't work after 2 weeks, this didn't work after 30 days, 90 days, and then they pivot into something else. That is exactly why they're not able to create predictability in their income, or that is why they're unable to create predictable revenue, because their actions and their emotions and the thoughts behind all those things are not predictable. Instead, they allow their emotions to influence their behaviors and their pivots prematurely. When you put these 3 systems in place, the system for your time through the balanced workweek method, by first auditing where you're spending your time and then editing it and using that framework to guide you. And when you have a system for your clients, meaning that you have a revenue generating system for 1 year, one ideal client, one offer, you're showing up on one platform for that 1 year and selling that one specific thing. And you have a system for your money, meaning understanding where your money is coming and where it's going, and using that to make better decisions in the future of how you're going to set up your next offer. When you put these things together, your future looks like you're able to open your week with white space and not panic. You're not going to dread Monday anymore. You're going to have a clear action plan. You actually create so much more space, because then comes the boundaries. You have these boundaries of like, well, this is not in alignment with where I'm going, especially when you put in the system for your clients, having that one focus for 1 year. You start to cut out, quote unquote, the fat. You're no longer doing the things that distract you or take you away from your goals. And so that creates the white space. That creates the freedom for you, because you have that structure where you're going. You have that game plan. Clients also start to flow in steadily because your systems handles the nurturing. You're showing up, you're being charming, you're being charismatic, you're being loving, really giving your clients value through educational content or inspirational content. And that system in place, because you're showing up on one platform, invites them to connect with you further. So you're able to show up in a way that people want to get to know you, because you're not worried about your time. You're not worried about your money. And then income is predictable before the month even begins, especially when you get to the point where we start adding on the monthly recurring revenue. So this gives you room to breathe, plan, and actually enjoy your life. If this resonates with you, I invite you to come join me inside my free Facebook group called The Aligned Businesswoman. I share weekly tools and trainings to help you attract clients consistently and grow your business with systems that protect your time and freedom. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Aligned Businesswoman podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Ann Miller, and I'm so excited to share some good news with you. Head over to the show notes so you can grab your free gift, and make sure to leave a review and join me inside the Aligned Businesswoman Facebook group. Until next week, bye-bye, my love. Loving these podcasts? Want to take things deeper? Did you know I was able to grow my business by 3,000% in less than 1 year? By strategically setting up my business and my schedule for success. Check out my free download, How to Write an Energetically Aligned Business Plan, where I take you through the routines and rituals that set me up for success.
You'll be able to discover what has helped my clients double their revenue in 90 days and what helped me grow my business by 3,000% in less than 1 year. Visit vanessaandmiller.com/CEO-day.